In this episode, we lay out our new town and make sure we get things just right. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are going to kind of plan out the rest of this little settlement before we start building it. Some of the infrastructure I will be paying for, but the construction, I think I'll not be paying for, but then we'll have to sort out how we're going to get that constructed. Probably helicopters. Okay, I've given this a little bit more thought. I think this is a good idea, but I think we can do better with regards to this access point. That little connection there is not going to be good enough, especially if we're starting to have some vehicles queuing. So I'm thinking two different things. One thing is I would like this... these roads to kind of cross over. So we'll demolish some of that and build some bridges or something. The alternative is if we get the rail to go over the top, but that's not going to work. That's never going to work. I've got a bit of an idea with the rail. Okay, so let's sort out our road bridges first. These can just be bridges. I think that's going to be the best thing. So yes, I know I've built them before, but we'll kind of sort that out. So if we remove there and remove, say, there, I think that could be enough for a bridge. So what kind of a bridge will we do? I'm kind of tempted to do. I know these are quicker, right? But I'm tempted to put some of these in as a little bit of a feature. So if can I go up like that and just gonna cross that? No, I cannot. So we'll need to. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish there was a way we could get that dead straight without any issues. So if I continue to turn this, there we go. That should be, well, if we're here now, of course. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If we do that, cut across, keep it straight, and then drop it down. Ooh. See, this is what I don't like. And that's too high anyway. This is why I don't like this. This method of doing it is just something that just doesn't work for me, does it? So, because we would like it from this angle to make sure that we can see. Is that sufficient? If we do that, right? That's not sufficient. I mean, look, we've got terrible clipping over there. I don't know if we're going to end up using this bridge style, by the way. Okay, so that was like 2, right? 3. So 4 again. Let's get the 4 to cross over. Like that, and then we tie it in. Oh, that's actually not bad. And while it is clipping a little bit, I think it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, I don't know if this is the bridge for us. Changed my mind. We're just going to go with... what else do we have? Wooden bridge? 30 kilometers an hour. Not a wooden bridge. Definitely not a wooden bridge. Prefab bridge or concrete bridge. Prefab? Oh, we've never really done the prefabs. Well, we've probably done it, but let's then do a prefab, just so it's not always a concrete bridge. That I don't like, because where's my pillar? Where is my pillar? Start doing that again. Oh, this building bridges thing. Cut across there. Building straight bridges is an absolute nightmare. And that's okay. That's not too bad from above. And here, it makes sense. We could even fit something else beyond there. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, you know what? Sorry about that. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to do the rail piece that I want to do first, just because maybe we'll use a little bit of that space. Okay, what do I want to do with the rail? Okay, I'm going to trim this back. Trim that back. Trim that back. I think that's pretty good. Then we'll trim this one. That one up to there. And what I'd like to do is trim these up to about there. Okay, now, so my plan here is let's try and do non-crossover style. So or very limited crossover. So one of the things that I'm going to try and do is provide a little bit of queue storage in here, and then they'll cut across that way. So here we may do a little something with regards to getting them across. Okay, so now let's do, and then this one we'll run back and try and join in an appropriate manner at a different spot. That's the idea. So it's still gonna be some crossover work. Okay, so let's do that, and at the same time let's do don't do that. At the same time let's do, well, let's see what that kind of looks like, and then let's find that. Yeah, there we go. So let's do that. Now, and now the question is, do we do a bit of a, I'm kind of tempted to do a, at the same time, to do a depot at the same time. Long train depot. We've got a modded depot that looks pretty good. So if we go depot, is it train depot or what is it called? Train depot, yep. Which one? I can't remember which is the one we used. Large rail depot updated. I think that's probably the one that we're after then. Is that it? Okay, I think this is appropriate. If we do that, so let's just leave it there. We won't deal with the infrastructure just yet. Now, what I'm after is we certainly want to do a little bit of this. So the first thing is, let's that should be about the right length, right, for the length of a train. Yeah, maybe I'm overcomplicating this, but I think this should be okay. I like the idea of using this space for like a rail yard, right? Cities have rail yards. And the question is, do we do more than 4? It's either the 4 or 6 that we're going to do here. I think 4 is going to be just fine, to be honest, because we've got additional spacing in here too, right? Now, we need to do a few things. So this is becoming slightly problematic. Now, that means we could, and this is why I decided not to do the bridge first. We trim that back, and we started from over here. Right, so it's just going to be a little bit more room. Really? It's not going to work? We might need a little bit more room, or alternatively, we can just trim that back a little, can't we? Let's trim that back a little. I think that's okay. That little bit there is going to be just fine. So let's do that. I'm going to trim this back, and we're going to see if we can make it work now. Awesome. So if we do this, and now, well, we don't need it to go into all of them, right? So let's just do this. And what we'll do here is we'll try and provide a nice and tidy connection. Yes, I like this. I like that. That is awesome. Maybe not that one. Let's give it a little bit more room. Ooh, that's not working. It's about there. It's not working. Did all of these connect? We'll have to check. Still, that's not connecting. Over here, that's not connecting. None of this is, in fact, connecting. So we'll have to move it out a little bit more. There we go. That's connecting. But it won't connect over here. That is really interesting. Let's try it from the other side. See if we can find somewhere that it's going to fit. I find it really interesting that it just doesn't want to work. Ooh, that's the one. There we go. That's awesome. Now, this side. What we're after, something there. Okay, so something like that, and we will do that. Awesome, I'm loving it. We'll do the second one here. Actually, this one. Try and run a little bit more straight, and then we'll try and tie that in. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Now, something like this, and something like that. I think that's appropriate. I think that's going to be just fine. Now we just need to tie these in on the other side, and I would like it to actually not be a crossover. I would like us to do one over, one under. Now, what we could do is we could go half and half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this back again. Once we've done with this, we will definitely do the other. We will definitely do some more layout work for this town. Okay, so that's going to be about right. Now, if I switch on the contour section and we go into this area, we'll have to switch on paying for stuff now, and then the intent would be that we drop actually, is it the other way around? I think the other way around will be because no, actually I think we've got more room here. So let's do that then. Okay, I think that's about right. Let's do a measure. Down there is 3 meters. Up here is a little bit more though. Actually, a little bit more. Okay, I think now it should work. We just need to make sure that we're getting enough practical area there, or enough for the distance. So that's 0. That's there we go. That's a good one. Now, what we'll do is we will grab this guy, run it to the center there. I don't need it to be perfect. All I needed to do, actually, it's gonna build. It's gonna. Oh well, this is okay. If we build this little section, that is pretty straight. I think that's straight, right? And we'll go back up. Oh, I like it. I like it. Haha, there we go. There we go. I hope that dip is reasonable. I think it's okay. Do I want to redo this one? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it one more time. Let's give it another shot to try and sort it out. Let's take it back just a tad more. Okay, now from here, let's give it one more good shot. There we go. That's smoother, guys. That's so much smoother. There we go. Look at that. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's so much smoother. Now, what we want to do is we want to also make sure to put a bridge in place here. So what kind of bridge will we do? Will we just do a standard? We don't need it to be very quick. Do we need it to be awesome looking? There we go. Okay, let's look at this from the side. So if we do it from there, and we got it across, I kind of like the bridge look and feel of that. So let's use this bridge. Put one in there. One in there. Oh, that's going to be so cool. And then we're going to finish that off by assigning these in there. Assigning those over here. That's okay. I don't mind a little kink there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, we need to remember that we need the road bridge in there too. It's going to look pretty cool. And the road bridge... Oh, the road bridge can also be pretty on the same level. Let's go and do that quickly. So if we do road bridge, and this time let's try and do... Let's give the road bridge a bit of a truss bridge piece as well. So if we do that... Oh, really? It wants to put one in the middle. If we try that one, can it span the entire extent? Oh yeah, that's much better. Actually, that is super cool. I like that. That's okay. I don't mind paying for that section. Is that... Ooh, that's not actually the right... There we go. Now look at that. That's going to be super cool. I like that. Now that means very little in the line of issues here. Now let's leave that be for the time being now. So let's switch off from here. And now let's quickly do the rest of the rail planning. So now as you exit, that's fine. We'll exit this way. The intent is really that we're going to either slip it in. Ooh, I'm missing this one here. Let's find that spot there. Okay, so this is the switch coming in this way, and I think that's going to be okay. Now the question is, where do we tie this guy in? I don't mind bringing it up and then tying it in, but it's going to be fairly close because this is now dipping low, which is kind of... I wanted to tie it in over here. So the question is, do we just go ahead and tie it in this very same location? I think so. It's probably going to be... now we've got a little bit of room here to play with. I think that's going to be okay. I think that's going to be okay. So we should... Actually won't be able to do that. So if we can do this... Hang on. That's not a requirement though, because it's coming out this way. It can either go that way or this way. Haha. So then this is really what we're after here. If we do something like that, and we'll... There we go. And then what the plan is that I also want to do this. Okay. I don't mind it. That's not too bad. I like that. That's pretty good. Now let's quickly do the road and then we'll finish this guy off, because I think that's going to be just fine. Then we've got a bit of extra room to do some stuff. I did wonder about dropping off... No. The construction materials is going to be dropping off over here. Oh, I did wonder about dropping off... Interesting. I did wonder about dropping off some aggregate, because this isn't aggregate. We've got all the construction materials coming in, but aggregate could go in over here. So we can replace this thing still and put some aggregate in there. Okay, now let's just do a very stock standard concrete bridge. I'm not a big fan of the prefab bridge. So if we look at that, that is awesome. Okay, good. There we go. Now let's build that, and I'm going to build all these, not all these rails. I'm going to do the aggregate storage, and we'll put the storage on the other side, or even on this side. We'll just need to make sure that we can get our conveyors over. So let's forget about this guy. Let's not do this one. We'll trim this guy back to over there, and we'll trim that guy back to like so. The problem we have with aggregate storage over here is that, or aggregate loading, unloading, is that, or unloading, is that ultimately this guy does not have a bit of queuing space. So we just need to make sure that we're going that in one direction as well, which we'll be doing. Okay, so now aggregate unloading. Train aggregate unloading. We would like the road connection to be on this side, and I believe we've got a little bit of room there. I think that should be okay if we put the aggregate loading there. Now we'll just see how we do this one. Okay, and we'll do one more like that. I think that's going to be fine. That's not what I wanted to do. That's definitely not what I wanted to do. Can you please work? Okay, we could make this work, but we may have to trim this a little bit more. I want to keep that little section there, so we've got a little something to work on. Perfect. Come on, please be a team player. Where will it work? Come on. We need a little spot to make it work. There we go. There we go, and we could have put our signals over here. Awesome, I love it. Now we've got the aggregate unloading tube, which I'm hoping will not be the end of the world. Now, we need to remember that it's going to run through there, but that's okay. There's so many spots that running through the other side is not going to be the end of the world. Now, let's switch off our contours. I'm comfortable. Let's pay for all of that. There we go. So this is our kind of our rail yard, and I do think, I would love to give it some walls. That's good. That's a little feature we have over there. Let's just close that one out. Excellent. I love that. I think that's awesome. Let's quickly get this road connection sorted. And the one thing, and I'll pay for that. And the one thing we do need to make sure we have available here is the two aggregate facilities. Now, we could do them both on this side, I think, because we are probably going to provide a road access across here. I think that's the appropriate spot for a road access, if we can get it this close. It should really be able to, we should be able to make that work. So that crosses that very spot there where we're going to have just the one conflict at a time at least. Okay, that's awesome. Now, just the aggregate storage is quickly. Storage for aggregate. We don't have aggregate storage here? Well, we should have it here at least. There we go. Aggregate storages. So the large ones. Oh man, can it squeeze? So, ooh. Well, what we could of course do is we could just do it this way. And if I do it this way, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do one on this side. We'll give it the T. Get it nice up and close to that. We're going to end up having to put a bit of a crossing in through there anyway. And one on this side. Ooh. I'm not sure that is going to work. Because we'll need to do a... I don't mind. I'm not opposed to doing something a little funny. But okay. So we don't necessarily need two big ones. We could do one big one, one small one. Yes, absolutely. We'll do one big one, one small one. We don't need as much gravel, I think, as we need coal. So if we do that... Okay. And now, the thing that I'm very keen on is to see what kind of a facility can we actually make work here. So if we go with some of these guys, right? Let's just grab this guy. Is there anything? It just doesn't want to get across. So what we'll do is go to the modded stuff here and go to the conveyor pipe engine thingies. And here we have a 4-rail overpass pipeline. Pipeline, what? 5, road 6. Where's the rail overpass? 2. That's pipe, right? It's still pipe. Hang on. What am I doing? Pipeline. Pipeline. Ah, here it is. 3 rails. Do we have 4 rails? Can you give me 4 rails? Does not seem like you can give me 4 rails. So that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so if we forget about that then, and we just say, well, can we squeeze in one on this side? Probably not. If I try and do it on the other side, because that's still probably the easier option for us. If we try and make it work on this side, right? We can get it done. Yeah, so ultimately, I think that's the piece that we're gonna do. So if we do one there and one there, okay, that's the plan. And we go back, we do our big storages. And I'm actually, oh, hang on. Just thinking about it now. Well, could we have just done it anyway? No, if we do it this way, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? And we tee this guy to the other side. Excellent. That's pretty symmetric and off to the side a little bit. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do instead. Now, you were working, right? How come you're not working now? Come on, you were working a minute ago. There we go. There we go. It's a little close, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Okay, that's good. Now, let's get rid of this guy. We'll get rid of that guy. Excellent. Okay, now, what is the rest of the stuff that we need to do? So that's our connection here. We're gonna need to put a road connection in at some point. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is let's get power and heating sorted out. So from a heating perspective, I'm liking the idea of large heat exchangers somewhere over here and somewhere over here. Will that cover all the way to this side? Okay, let's then do another large heat exchanger. Ooh, and we need to make sure we tie that one in. Let's do another one. Well, we want to touch both sides of this, right? Just move it away a little bit so we've got a little room to do that. And at the same time, we'll move this one out a little further away. Something like that. And what we'll do is we'll put the other heat exchangers on this side. So I'll do one here. And we'll put one a little further in over there. And then another row. Okay, let's do one a little deeper in over there. And another one maybe somewhere over here. There we go. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the power. So if we do power distribution, I'll get my super fancy favorite power distribution set up. And we will do exactly the same thing over here. And the hope is that it's not too far away, but we can't tie it in there. So let's do... Actually, let's run it here next to the rail. We'll do one there. We'll do one over here. I think that's going to be just fine. We'll definitely want them on this side also. I think that's going to be okay there. And this just seems a little close to... We won't be necessarily be able to tie it in there. But let's do that over there and see if that works. Nonetheless, I think they should have, yeah, they should definitely have overlap there. And we'll do this side like so, and we'll do this side next to the rail. There we go. Now that's our baseline infrastructure over here. Where we're going to get the heating from and all these kind of things is, oh, actually, we're missing some stuff over here. This one I'll place on this side. And this one again will be in there. Nice. I like that. That's good. Okay, so that's our baseline infrastructure. Now we need to build out the other stuff. So for the time being, let's make sure we kind of connect these up. Just to make sure we've got our access point all sorted out. Probably don't need any super duper infrastructure there, but we'll do it nonetheless. This one I'm going to kind of move it away just a tad, and we'll do that. Excellent. And now this one should be able to tie in quite nicely. This will need, I think, a bit of a road connection this way. And please cross. You know what? Could we... I honestly don't want it on the bridge there. That works. I'm going to do that. And that. And then we're going to clear off this one. This one should run in here. There we go. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and pay for those sections just because now we've got that one working. Similarly, this guy will go over that way. Pay for that. That's okay. Side of the bridge there. Get that one in place. Pay for that. I don't mind the direct access of these roads. There we go. That's the one. Okay, all sorted with road connections. No, this one is still missing one. This is the one that I'm worried is a little too close. So let's try that. I wonder if it'll... You know what? That's not what I'm after. Let's instead try and line it up that side. That would potentially give us an access point over there at least. Let's do it this way around. Okay, there we go. So now that all of those will be sorted out. Good. So now I've got that in place. Now, what's the next stuff that we need? We need, well, before we get too carried away, let's make sure that we've got whatever this facility looks like. So we've got a one-way. Actually, let's do it from the inside because the inside is the critical one. This one, I think this one. We'll see how we deal with this. Let's bring this. Yeah, we need to at some point tie this one in. Excellent, that's okay. And now from here, you would be coming in from either this side or from that side, which is okay. And now as you're exiting, of course, now the question is, do we do that, or do we do... There's one problem with this, though. I'm quite comfortable to do that, but ultimately I don't think this is going to work. Will it? It will. So going out goes this way or that way. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. And then this guy, we'll give it a little bit of room for a signal. And then we'll go in there. I think that should be kind of okay for this. We'll see. We'll put some kind of nice features in there, maybe a plaza or some trees and stuff. We'll do a bit of that. We want to do a very similar thing on the other side. So again, what we're after is we're after this inside turn. We want to straighten it up over here. So I don't mind it being a little off center like so. Can we? Don't do that. Don't do that. And now it's auto saving. I want to get to some of the other elements as well. That might be a little bit too much, but anyway, let's run that actually from this side. Now you're coming in from either this side, and then or you're coming in from that side. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. So let's make sure we get that all sorted out. Well, to be honest, you would like that as close to this as possible so that you can all put that as part of the one intersection. Now, the issue we have is coming out of this. From here, you would like to then go back into either this direction. I wonder if this is going to be too complex. I think this is probably too complex. Or you would like to go into that direction. Let's see how it goes. We'll give it a little bit of room there and we'll tie that in so we can get the signal somewhere in there. There we go. So let's leave it at that. That's not the greatest in terms of crossovers, but hopefully we're not going to have tons of people in this section. And I think that looks pretty nice. We featured the road and all these kind of things. Let's pay for those sections there. Now, the next step is some facilities for our people. So, super duper big, large university, hospital. Let's start with the hospital. The biggest hospital we have is this one, and that's vanilla style size. So we probably need two hospitals of this kind of size and nature. But let's put one hospital over here. Okay, one hospital on this side, and we can see about getting a helipad or something going for it. The other hospital are all pretty tiny, really. Let's go with the vanilla then. So there's one over there. Let's then put one hospital. Actually, to be honest, this is probably not going to work. We're going to need way more hospitals than that. So let's do one hospital over here then. If we're going for these large ones, we may as well. Let's do one over there. I like that. That's not bad. We'll do something in... Yeah, let's just do one on each of these roads. And now if we do something that's slightly smaller, the 90-odd one, we could even tie it in onto that road there. Do one of those. And then let's do one more of the super duper big ones. See where we're at with all of these hospitals. Something like this next to the rail on this side. Well, they're close to stations, so they should be able to be nicely walkable. Yeah, something like that. I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good spread of hospitals, and we can do little clinics later as we go. Now, I'm also pretty keen on doing some nice fire truck situations. Now, we should have larger fire stations, so let's go fire stations. Fire stations. Oh, I think there's been an update with regards to the farm, so we'll have a look at that now. Fire station with 7 vehicles, that's not bad. 5 vehicles, that's the big one, the 8 vehicle one. I'm kind of wondering if we do 2 of them. Nice legs to the rail over here. Well, give it a little bit of room. We'll give one over there. And if we do something fairly similar right up here, I think that's okay. That should give us a pretty good angle of attack with fire stations. So let's get another one in that location. Yes, excellent. I like that. It should have workers and all these kind of things, no problem. Excellent. So that's fire stations. Now, we would also like, well, orphanages and schools and things like that. So tons of stuff. Now, let's make sure to get a university, though. We've obviously got the basic universities, but some of these are absolutely massive. I can't remember ever building some of these vanilla ones. So this medical university, considering we've got as many, considering how many hospitals we have, maybe this medical university is exactly what we're after. So if I do this, I kind of love that. But let's flip it. No, that's not quite what I'm after, right? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm after. I just need to turn it a little. If we do medical university right in there, I'm now all of a sudden tempted to do... It's nice and central. Should we instead do it on this side? I think this is kind of... Yeah, let's do it here. Because this is kind of the center of town, I would imagine. As the center of town, the university really needs to be here. So if we're rotating it, but let's flip it. Yeah, there we go. Kind of line it up with the road, not get it too bad. Yeah, let's do that. So there's the university. As part of the university complex, we definitely need a little bit of university halls of residence. So let's get a few of them. Well, let's get a few of them going at least. I'm just thinking. Yeah, that's about right. So if we do, we'll not put them super duper on top of each other. we're not getting power in this little section through here. Should 4 of them be okay? How many people can we actually get in there? 100 workers can live there. I'd rather get one more. Yeah, so let's do that. So there's University Halls of Residence. We need some extra power in this location. Yeah, in here, these should be powered. They're big stuff. Anyway, we should have power in all of these locations. Awesome. That's good. We may need power there and there as well. That's good. That's good. Now, what we'll also need is a pretty large school. So I'm liking a big school as part of the... No, maybe actually the schools need to be closer to the residences. Now, let's get... What kind of... let's get our town hall here. We need some of that. So if I go modded... What is this called? City Hall. I would like a modded City Hall here. One of these big ones. Big ones. What's that? That's not big. That's not that big. This is pretty cool. And that, I think that's going to look pretty nice on the other side here. So if we do that, we try and line it up with that one. I think that's going to be awesome. We'll get that one in here. It's a pretty big one. It can have an absolutely massive amount of visitors. And then the other piece that I'm looking for some kind of feature. So we'll not go with secret police though. We'll see about secret police in a minute. Orphanages and things like that. So this is the government complex, right? So the government complex. Now let's get, what else do we have in here? We need some cultural facilities for our citizens. So some of these big ones. Let's go in here. Go to the modded ones. So what are we after? A cinema. We've got a new cinema. Philharmonics. There's also some really nice big ones. The Republic Theatre is awesome. This is not a bad one. So if we kind of squeeze that in there. Is there anything else that we'd like to do instead? The Republic Theatre? That's huge. That's absolutely huge. So that's the Republic Theatre. I don't know which angle is the nicest one. Come on. Got a library. We can definitely squeeze a library in here. The House of Culture, Cinema, Amphitheatre, Philharmonics. I don't think this Republic Theatre is a little smaller. So this one is also the Republic Theatre. Is it the same one? Is it supposed to be the same one? And I think here, the intent would be that we actually... No, let's not muddy the waters with accesses on that side. So let's flip it around again. Yeah, something like that should give us enough room to actually tie in some road connections here. So let's do that. That would be good. That's a bit of a theater. Oh, we can do some broadcasting, but what other elements do we have here though? Oh, that's the Republic. Ah, that's probably where it comes from. Here we have Museum of the Republic, a National Uprising Museum, a Palace of Communism. Ooh, let's do the Palace of Communism. I'm actually almost tempted to do that on the other side, like this. Yeah, let's place that one over here, Palace of Communism. And that's what, I know it's touristy, but it's still kind of what we're trying to do. Art gallery, things like that. What was the other element that we, a zoo? We can look at getting a few touristy things in the city as well. Now, what are the extra facilities? There was, what else did I want in here? I definitely want some, but I'll put that in a little bit later. That's okay. Let's park that for the minute. What else did we want in this area? What kind of other facilities did we have? Actually can't remember. Any other things here that we wanted to put in here? Yeah, broadcasting, culture. Aha, that's what I'm after. So let's do a television station. Too big. Too big, not going to fit. There's a smaller one. That's right. Yeah, television station. All of these things will get access from that train station, and then also a radio station. That's the people's one, which we've just done. Can we? Aha. There we go. I think that's about right. Look at that. There we go. And now what I'm going to do with this road connection. So now I've filled that block up pretty nicely. We'll see about putting some other features in there at some point. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this road. I'm going to bring it up to about the edge of the building. If you do that, then you can start to turn it a little. This one will probably need to turn a little quicker. You know what? Let's run. I like it. I like it. Also want to put a bit of a road connection in there. We want to run that up, and we can even tie it in. On that side, we'll tie in the university here. Do a little bit of this, and what we can do is we can... There we go. So that's our internal road layout for these guys. I'm going to pay for the roads. No problemo. Okay, so there we go. That's actually pretty nice. That's kind of our center of the town kind of thing with all of those facilities. We also now need some shops and things as well. So if we go over here, we will then, I'm assuming, find the fancy shopping centers that we're after here. There we go. So we've got a number of shopping centers. So let's go to the mods and get some shopping centers go up and running. When we get to the residences, we'll do some other bits and pieces. So now, shopping, like schools. Shopping, I do like this one, right? This one is a nice feature, right? If we can we flip it around? Yes, we can. So I'm pretty keen on doing maybe something like that. It's going to look pretty awesome in this location. We'll step it back a little bit like that, right? There we go. One shop over there. What we'll need to do is go to storage and find our shopping storage. This 50s one is awesome. It really works a charm. It gives you everything you need. And if we tie it in like this, let's do the back there. So let's do that. That's going to be our first shop. So here we can certainly put in a lot of residents. We'll need another shop. So let's see what other cool shops we have. So we also have, I'm not going to use any of those. We've got this one that we constantly use. There's, I think this one, the medium grocery store. No, there's a nice big one. That one. I like that one. It's only got the one, but that's now okay, considering what we've got here. So let's place... going to try and offset what we're doing a little bit, and we'll have to do some minor shops and things like that also. So if we do maybe say something like this as a shop in this area, I think that's a pretty good spot. We'll get ourselves our storage facility. Let's zoom it in a little. I think that's okay. We'll just connect it up that way. I think that's going to be just fine. Now we've got some shopping. There'll definitely be a need for more. There'll definitely be a need for more. What other citizen facilities do we need? We need schools and kindergartens, but that will kind of slot in as we build other stuff. We need, and a few, well, again, we'll need sports playgrounds and things. Well, sports playgrounds, sports facilities. But I think that's okay. So let's quickly see what we're going to do in terms of our... Now, I don't want to do the super big ones anymore because I think it becomes a little too problematic. So let's see what kind of prefabs we can do. It's not these absolute massive behemoths ones. So let's go residential. And there's tons of these guys, right? 400. No, that's too big. It's too big. Not this, the linkers. Oh, I was wondering about one of these. Is this what we do? Are we going to do this? It doesn't even have a road connection. Do you do one of these big ones over here? I think so. We don't have to build it straight away. I think that's awesome, isn't it? We do need to do something like that. Let's do one big one. I like it. Let's place one big one over there. That's absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Now, smaller stuff. Smaller stuff. Get some smaller stuff going. These are all okay. So let's do some of these guys. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, we've got shop access on that side, but we may have to do another little shop over here somewhere. So let's do something like this, right? Okay. I do like us getting a bit of a shape going, and then we'll close it off with a little something over there. So that's kind of one little neighborhood. Now this neighborhood, and what I'll do is I'll do sprinklings of these neighborhoods throughout, but that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to do little sections like that. Now the next component when we do these guys should be able to walk over here, no problem. And we can put a little tunnel in there. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that all of our neighborhoods is in fact connected. Now as part of the neighborhood, we're going to need a school. How many people in this building? Let's just double check this one. So that's 165. I don't know how many people are typically children at these things. So, but at the very least, let's get at least one medium kindergarten to kind of deal with these guys. And I think this works really well if we slot it in the same kind of feature like so. That's cool. I like that. That's really nice. And then we also need a school, of course, and an orphanage maybe. So let's grab ourselves... Let's just do a smaller kind of orphanage over here. We'll kind of place it there, so we make use of that same road connection that we're going to bring in here somewhere. And then of course we need a school, right? Now we can do a bigger school, but let's just do one of these guys. Oh, I actually kind of like this. If we do that, or do we set it back from the other side here? There we go. I like that as an idea. So that's kind of some of our basics. Oh, and we need the sports playground piece. So for citizens, what do they need? They need... where can I find the... That's just attractions, is it? Where do I actually find... Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The big sports halls. Let's do this slightly... Well, we don't even have to do the massive ones, right? But something like this should be okay. There we go. So let's place the sports hall in there. Now we get a road connection to run through here. And that's basically what we're going to do with the entire thing, right? Let's get a road connection to run through here. That's good. Up to that there. If we do, let's not do that. Let's bring it out here. Do a little something like this. Oh, that one in there. We'll get this guy. That's not great, but it looks pretty good. Let's try and see if we can fix it. So if we just switch off the snapping, I believe we can get a little. Yeah, we can get a very basic one, and then it actually works. Then we can tie the orphanage in on that side. So there we go. Get the snapping back on. I'm gonna pay for our road connection. So that's what we're gonna kind of do throughout. We're just gonna make these nice little areas, and then we'll start the construction. So guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Unfortunately, we haven't built much, but I think we've established the foundation for greatness over here. Really, that's the idea. And to be honest, we don't have to do everything now. This can be the starting point, and we'll expand it little by little from here. But really, I like what we're starting to do here. We do need to fill in on the other sides. We do need tons of kind of pedestrian connections through here to make sure people can in fact get to the train station, and then we'll need to get our mines and stuff up and running. But I'm loving it. If you want to name our town, it's Swids at the moment, which I obviously am butchering big time. We can do it. We can absolutely do it. So let me know your thoughts on a name, and yes, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.